There was no time when God was not there. God has not come. God is always there. First, let's clear the concept that God has not come. God is always there. We prove it mathematically. See the universal truth that has been established, you should not challenge it again. That is, this is the universal truth that 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. If you try to make it 5 or 3, then it is based on oppression. If you invent the wheel again, then also this mathematical equation will remain in its place. This thing has been established in the same way that the universe was there before. Then it has come. You know, for some time this theory has been in the 17th and 18th centuries that this is a steady state universe. It has been going on like this since forever. But now this theory is dead. The era in which we are sitting, this theory is over, not since today. But after the Big Bang, when Hubble saw this thing through a telescope in the 1920s, Hubble was a great scientist in America. It saw the movement of stars through a telescope. If this thing is going away, then if it is reversed in time, then it must have started from somewhere. That is, I hold some balls in my hand and throw them like this. All of them will go away from each other. And this is the universal truth, that they are going away because it started from somewhere. This is a natural thing. They said that if we reverse time and reach such a point from where this thing started, then the scientists named it such a point whose density was infinite. It was not going to end and the volume was 0. The volume is 0 and the density is infinite. It means creation does not take X, existence comes from 0. There was nothing. Then it happened. And then they says that this Big Bang happened. After this Big Bang, if there was a slight disturbance in the trillionth of a second, then this universe could not come into existence. And this is just a matter of coming into existence. Then the billions of fine tunings that are present on planet Earth, the distance from the sun to the earth, then their gravitational force, their movement speed, this is such a field in which a person goes and gets lost. Considering all these things, the theory of a steady state universe will be over and Big Bang will be established. Now it has been proved that creation has not taken X. That is, human beings or the universe have been born. The problem was for you when you believe that they are also from the beginning. Humans have always been born and there is no end. This problem has been solved by science. No, it is created. Now whether its creator is there or not, they come and talk about it. Now this fine tuning needs so much brain to understand them. So many brains are needed to understand the structure of DNA, to understand this harmony, to understand how to make cell. So many brains are needed. We are still doing discoveries. All these things that we discover the laws of nature. That is, if we have explored this thing that the sun rises from the east and sets in the west with respect to the earth. By the way, it does not set in the west. So this is a physical phenomenon that we have discovered. This phenomenon did not create the sun. This is not the creator of sun, if you know. The egg is the source of chick. And for so long you keep the egg in the warmth for 22 days. Under the hen or in some machine. This information has not been created, but it is the information about the creation of the chick. You go deeper into this. The more you dig, and ultimately your information will be added. It will not be that you get to know that it has created it. The hen itself does not know who is creating. Crocodile, elephant, they do not know what qualities I have. The one who does not know what qualities I have. The human being does not know what qualities I have. Science is exploring you a little. So we are not the creator of these qualities. And the brain is based on the belief that it is organized. And this thing has definitely been established in mathematics through feasibility. That there is a brain behind everything that is going on in an organized manner. There is definitely a brain behind it. Without the brain, no one can design it. Physics' second law of thermodynamics is that entropy remains constant or increases. IA disorder, God forbid, if there is a blast here, everything will be scattered. After this, no one in the world can rearrange it in this condition. This is called entropy. If you bring more people, then this disorder will continue to increase. Or give as much as you have. It cannot be reorganized until you again and do it. The way terrorists destroyed the museum of Muhammad Ali Jinnah. They made it again. So it was not made on its own. After the blast, everything spread on its own. But to bring it back to that place, you have to put in the effort. You have put in the effort and then it is organized. This means that to make an order, you need a brain. There is no problem in disordering. And if the order is made again after disorder, then you need a brain. What kind of disorder is this? What kind of big bang is this? A small blast does not organize things. It spoils things. And such a big blast has brought such a big order that there are more than 2 million species on planet Earth. You spend your life on each and every species. You cannot even tell its habits. Let it be how it is made. So this is a never-ending disorder. So this brain is established. Now the next step is that this brain is also called Richard Dawkins in the Go Delusion. When Fred Hayes' sentence was quoted, Fred Hayes was a great philosopher and scientist. He said that becoming a human being is a more complex phenomenon than this. If a person claims that there was a tornado and he made a Boeing 747 out of a pile of garbage, then no one in the world will believe this. Let it be becoming a ballpoint, no one will believe. He said that the most complex thing is a human being. You believe him to be a human being without any brain.
Do you know what Richard Dawkins replied to this? He made a chapter and added that the ultimate Boeing 747. He said that the biggest Boeing 747 is God. You are saying that a human being is so complex that he cannot be made himself. So the one who is going to make it is more complex than that. He is the ultimate Boeing 747. If a human being with such a difficult DNA structure cannot be made himself, then the one who has made it is more complex than that. So they should also be a creator. So we said to wait and be patient. For the sake of argument, we agree with you. But move ahead. Yes, the creator who made our creator is more complex than our creator. So he should also be a creator. This equation will not end till the end. There should be one creator who has not been made himself. That is the definition in the Surah Ikhlas. This is the definition. Sir, this can make you understand math. This can make you understand physics. This is such a big definition. We have remembered this in our childhood. We are doing this translation with a moral sense. The actual translation is that neither he himself has come out of anyone nor has anyone come out of him. He always existed. That is why Bukhari Muslim hadith says that when Satan comes to you, he says, who made the mountains? You say Allah has made them. He asks who made the trees. You say Allah has made them. You say to him as an answer when he asks a question. He asks different questions. You say Allah. So at the end he says, who made Allah? Now you have to say on this, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدْ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدْ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. So of course the Prophet could only say that as Allah has made him the Imam for our guidance. But later when these mathematical equations, scientific discoveries and universal truth have been discovered by humans, then now we can explain it more easily. If there is a creator of the creator, then he will also be a creator. And this will be a never-ending process. Now you must be thinking why you have to believe that someone should be like this. This has to be believed because the other side of the equation is physically present in front of me, that I am. Creation is present. If there was a theory that neither creation nor creator, then nothing would compel us. And our compulsion is that the universe is in front of us. We are living creatures. We are seeing everything. Created things are present. So we will have to go to the other side. And ultimately we will have to stop at one creator. There should be no creator. That is why I've said a lot of times in my videos that if you ask me what is the quality of Allah, that's beyond imagination, which you cannot even give an example of. See, if Allah says that I listen and see, then we can bring a vague idea of it that I also listen and see. Even though mine are borrowed, Allah has His own, I have limited. Allah has limited, mine are dependent. Allah has independent. You can imagine everything. But the quality of Allah is that He's always there. There was never a time when He was not there. This is such a deep blind well. This is the concept that even if you drown in it, no one will hold you back. And this is the quality of Allah.